As you know, our Sheriff's Department is extremely understaffed. You cannot interfere with collective bargaining, but you can refuse to approve this budget until it funds what matters most: retention of our deputies, incentives to hire qualified replacements, and programs to support the men and women who protect us.
What we really need to address here is the agenda. The agenda. This is a World Economic Forum, New World Order, Agenda 2030. You guys are all a part of it, pulling people in, high-density living, not wanting police. You want your cameras to watch all the citizenry so that you can deal with us that way. But the bottom line is this New World Order, this is a Democrat push across this nation in blue cities and blue states. And it has proven that it is a failure. It is a failure. And the other thing is, where's our money? We all want to know where our money is.
We are proud to show up for our men and women in blue, and we ask you, council members, to also show up and support them. We need you to get back to basics. Make this budget reflect the priorities of the people you serve. Public service and public safety first.
It's no secret that for decades we have been the lowest staffed county in the nation. There are 3,100 some counties in the nation, and this has been the worst one for decades.
I watched the council last week, and I watched a council member propose an opportunity for you to take some money, $150,000, and direct it to our sheriff's deputies, okay, so that they can use that for incentive bonuses for hiring. That would have been 6 deputies, incentive bonuses, and it was turned down. We ask that you stand by us and stand by our law enforcement.
Guess who suffers? The citizenry. We have become gambling chips used to manipulate this county's agenda, and I am calling it out today. I expect this type of maneuvering from the federal administration. I definitely expect it from Olympia, but I am calling this county to a higher standard. Please set aside your differences and bias and support our sheriff that was elected by the vote of the people. This is how you protect democracy.
Meanwhile, among other things, you found money in the budget for flagpoles, that's $28,000, festivals, $50,000, EV chargers, raises for elected officials, $80,000 for a youth council, and that $150,000 for the reparations.
I worked 25 years, 13 years were on the Key Peninsula, and the last 5 or 6 years I was a sexual assault detective and a homicide detective. I will tell you right now that I left the career early because of the lack of support that I saw from the state and from you guys, to be honest.
I was a firefighter medic for Seattle for 32 years. And I believe that civil service is a calling. I believe civil service should be funded. And there's a disconnect between this council and civil service.
Child exploitations, car thefts, warrants, evictions, all going unworked. If I told you 2,000 cases were unassigned this year, that would be shocking. The stomach-turning reality is that since January, over 12,000 cases in unincorporated Pierce County have gone unassigned. That's an outrage, that's a shame, and it's unacceptable.
And now what you've done is you've allowed all these deputies to leave that we have already invested in. We've paid millions of dollars to train them, and the experience that we've let walk out the door, it is beyond comprehension. Everyone knows the money is there. You guys just spent $77 million on new offices for yourselves. The money is there. You should be working out of tents before you don't pay these guys. And my understanding is that there's a $200 million budget allotment coming up for Raymond Hall. The new jail that we paid for with our tax dollars has 2 units, which is about 100 beds, that have never, ever, ever been used because you didn't allot the funding for it. And that's fine. But how about spending $10 million to renovate that instead of renovating Raymond Hall? I just saved you $190 million, which you could put to the Sheriff's Department.
The national average is 2.5 officers per 1,000 residents, yet here in Pierce County, we are the lowest in the nation at 0.59 officers per 1,000. We are continuing to lose deputies to surrounding city departments due to the monetary offers of bonuses and raises. This county is offering $10,000 incentive bonuses, while Tacoma and other cities are 5 times this much. This puts strain on deputies to cover extra shifts, which leads to exhaustion, and depletes law enforcement morale and quality of service the law-abiding citizens receive in time of need.
Pierce County collects some of the highest taxes in the nation, so the problem isn't revenue, it's priorities. We don't need more taxes. We need to allocate the money already paid toward the issues that matter most, public safety.
You do not have to ratify this budget tonight. You can allocate more money for the budget to the Sheriff's Department and urge the executive to go back into negotiations. There's nothing that says this has to go to arbitration. Every time we lose 10 deputies, we're watching several $1 million, and years of experience go vaya con Dios.
My taxes in 2013 for the house we were in was $2,700, and now it's just shy of $8,000. Where's the money? Where's our services?
It is very well known among the citizenry, of this county that there is political umbrage towards Sheriff Keith Swank. With this in mind, it seems like this is an attempt to undermine the sheriff financially to get him to either bend ideologically or to resign.
This is an embarrassment. You guys should be embarrassed. There's no follow-up. There's theft. There's theft in all the agencies. You guys are losing money. You don't even know where it goes. And then you just go, we'll do better next time.
I risked my life for 32 years, okay? These poor sheriffs, these deputies out here are understaffed, underpaid, have no benefits, and you guys are putting them aside and making them go through bargaining for their wages. When you guys, obviously you have the money.
I'm telling you right now, you guys should be ashamed of yourselves. And then the way you look at it is like we're stupid. We're not. We understand how things work, and we understand about safety and the human condition, and we understand all of your Pollyanna little projects you want to do, but it's been a failure, hasn't it? It's been a failure.
Or the marginal people that need help, they're the ones that are going to suffer the most without police enforcement. I've seen it in the streets time after time. They are victims of their world. They're constantly being preyed on. And if they don't have police, it's going to get worse. And it's going to ripple out like a pebble on water.
And year after year, the budget has failed to keep pace with our population and demand. Right now, experienced deputies are leaving, new recruits are choosing other counties that offer better pay support, et cetera. This budget does nothing to stop that loss, nothing to attract replacements, and nothing to prepare for the demographic changes that we all know are coming.
If we're not supporting the guys that want to do it by incentives and pay, we're going to lose them. And when we lose our police force, our sheriffs, society is going to crumble even worse than what we're experiencing now. I do not feel safe in my community, my neighborhood, anywhere in Pierce County.
Sheriff Keith Swank has worked tirelessly to build bridges between the citizenry, and the county is cutting his legs out from under him as there are more deputy vacancies than there are hires, according to this same data.
No amount of praying and wishing and hoping that things get better. It's not going to happen without supporting a sheriff deputy backed up with funding and retention to keep him in this position.